Well, happy Friday to you all.
Yeah.
This guy's back.
That's right. I know you missed me.
Well, we had a pun.
I heard about this.
We had a very strong pun-free zone when you were gone. So
Yeah.
we're hoping that some of it just kind of sticks and that we never have to deal with those things again.
You're kind of sounding like Trudeau, just trying to clear the roadways, the mental roadways of all obstacles.
That wasn't as bad. That was forced, but that was forced.
Yeah. You want me to stay in my lane?
Okay. All right. Now we're back at it again. Wonderful.
Well, let's.
I guess we better do this.
Yeah.
All right. So we have our Feeding Our Neighbor collection this weekend. Who's it for? Do we know?
I don't know.
We were not told who it is for.
The hungry.
It's for the hungry,
Generic,
nebulous
That's right.
term, the hungry, but it is for people in need. So we'll have the containers available for you in the gathering area after masses.
And those are over by the Knights of Columbus book rack. So just if you come in, head to your left. If that's too much walking and lifting, just get one of us. We're happy to carry your groceries over there.
Absolutely. So we got that after all masses this weekend. Parish office will be closed on Monday for President's Day. So if you need anything, obviously the emergency line will still be open, but parish office will be closed on Monday in observance of President's Day.
And this is always a good opportunity to remind ourselves that if we love our president, we should pray for him. If we don't like our president, we should pray for him even more.
Yes.
So no matter how you feel about the people in charge, not only of our country, but around the world, we see the impact of bad leaders, how it affects the entire world. So we need to pray for all of the leaders of countries that
absolutely.
they would kind of correspond with God's grace and show mercy and charity to the people they serve. And I think now more than ever, we need to pray for the world's leaders.
Yeah,
including
absolutely.
our own.
Yeah, especially for peace, too, in Ukraine. My goodness. Seasons of Hope. Seasons of Hope begins on Tuesday. Do you want to maybe say what Seasons of Hope is?
Yeah, Seasons of Hope is, I think it's 6 meetings where people who have recently lost someone in their life, could be a child, a spouse, a family member, come together and just reflect on grieving and on the hope that comes from our faith, that a life, when someone dies, a life is changed, not ended. And it's just been a really healing process for so many of our parishioners. So this is one of those things, obviously optional. It's not expected that you do this, but if you feel like this is the right time, there's still, the class starts on Tuesday. Always welcome more members. So if you feel like that's something you need and are interested in, please see the bulletin for more information. Deacon Ron is leading that. It'll be in the school teacher's lounge on Tuesdays starting this coming week.
It's a wonderful program that we offer here through our parish. Another thing that we offer through our parish on a seasonal basis that is coming up is fish fry.
Yes.
Lent is coming up, and we always do sort of a dry run the Friday before Lent. So next Friday, technically, is the very first Friday that we will have fish fry. And we will have drive-through and in-person this year.
Yes, this is the first time in 3 years.
We are back. We're back. It's back to normal at the fish fry. So we are very, very excited to have that. So bring the family, bring the kids, come on up to fish fry, and have some wonderful, wonderful food and some fellowship with your Incarnate Word parishioners. So I'm really excited to see a normal fish fry here for the very first time.
It's a great time to meet people and spend time with parishioners outside of Mass. We love having Mass for you and praying with you, but there's a lot of things we can't, Mass just isn't the time to display our hilarious personalities. It's time to show Jesus.
Yeah.
And there's just a limit to how much visiting and socializing we can do.
Right.
So fish fry kind of fills that void that, especially after the last couple of years, we all have.
Yeah. If you, I would greatly prefer that you come so that this man can get his puns out on you rather than all with me.
They're inexhaustible.
I'm his only outlet, and it's a lot.
It's not wearing well on him. Yeah. At some point, he is going to. He's going to either break or he's going to start spouting forth. I like to think of it as Pentecost. At some point, the Holy Spirit will touch your heart, and you will begin speaking in puns. similar to how the disciples spoke in tongues.
You keep dreaming, buddy.
Yeah, keep praying.
You keep dreaming. All right. Let's see. We also have Roger Larson, parishioner, passed away. This was earlier in February, so we pray for the repose of his soul. His memorial mass will be on Saturday, March 19th. We did not have any baptisms last weekend, and I don't believe we have any this weekend. Just one this weekend. Gotcha. So moving on to the readings for this weekend. I'm not preaching, but I do know what Deacon Morris is preaching on.
What is he preaching?
He's preaching on the comparison of Adam and Jesus. The second reading from St. Paul talks a lot about how Jesus is the new Adam. And I know Deacon Morris is going to be preaching on that idea, sort of drawing the comparison between Adam and Jesus. Always a great thing to.
And this is not Adam Bitter. This is just.
No, it is his birthday today, though.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday to Adam! Shout out to Adam. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's similar to my age.
Yeah, probably around 40.
Entering this new stage of
life. So not Adam Bitter, but Adam as in Adam and Eve. And so just talking about the comparison of those two people.
Great. It's one of my favorite Gospels. Two things about it. Jesus talks about forgiving your enemy, and I know for me there are a lot of times where my forgiveness is conditional. It's like, if this person is sorry, I'll forgive them, or if they stop being a jerk, I'll forgive them. And that's nowhere in the command to love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you. So I always appreciate this gospel because it causes me to reflect on making my forgiveness unconditional, and really God's forgiveness of us. The only condition to it is, once I forgive you, you must forgive others in the same way. Yeah. I know we beat this dead horse, but it's because Incarnate Word is slowly moving from survival mode back into mission mode, and that's a healing process, which is great. But I'm going to talk about how we all need to forgive and be forgiven, especially in light of the last couple of years. We've all hurt people, and we've all been hurt, offended by people.
Yeah.
And if we keep holding on to those grievances, or our own pride and saying, I'm not going to apologize, they didn't do it for me, this community and our own selves will never move on. So this gospel kind of puts us back in our face of one of the hallmarks of Christianity is forgiveness. And it's not forgiveness of some people or just the people we like. It's when people see us, they should see a people of mercy. It should be our trademark. It should be, without exception, part of Incarnate Word. We should be a community of mercy, forgiveness, and being first in starting that process rather than waiting for another person to initiate that.
Yeah, sometimes forgiveness is a one-way street, and we have to be willing that side of that street be ours, rather than demand other people come to us and move toward where we are. And that's hard, to offer forgiveness when it seemingly isn't given back to you, but it's the right thing to do. It's the way that Christ wants us to have. I mean, certainly Christ's forgiveness and mercy from the cross was a one-way street, at least the Good Friday portion. And we have to be willing to do the same.
Yeah, and it leads into the second part of the gospel at the very end. It's a promise of Jesus. The measure you measure out to other people is measured back to you. And sometimes we might see that as a threat, but it's actually a promise of God saying, if you're generous, if you're merciful, I promise you I will give that back to you. And to me, that's exciting, because then, even though sometimes it does feel like a one-way street, it's like, God, I'm giving this mercy with your grace, and now I can be confident that I'm going to receive it.
Yeah.
And that's super exciting and motivating.
Well, I was reading a book recently, The Bread That Is Broken. It's a book that we priests got, and there was a beautiful line from it that says, the more that we love God, the more that we realize how much he loves us better. And I think mercy goes the same way. The more merciful we are to others, the more we realize how much more merciful God is with us. And that should only inspire us to do even more for others.
And my own limited experience is sometimes when you take the first step in showing mercy, it starts a process. It unlocks a door that wouldn't have otherwise happened. So like, even though right away you might not see a result, something's happening.
Yeah.
And so anyway, to me, it's I'll share a story how this kind of was revealed to me. But there's so much goodness and peace and happiness in following what Jesus lays out for us this weekend in the gospel. So I'm very excited to preach about it.
Awesome. Yeah. Sounds like it should be awesome.
Yeah, and pray for our Women's Acts retreat.
Yes, Women's Acts retreat is this weekend.
It is.
Keep them in your prayers.
Yeah, and then we'll have a men's retreat end of April, early May. So these are all good things to keep our parish holy and moving forward.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope you have a wonderful day. Sooner or later, it's going to be Lent, so we'll have more stuff about that next week. But yeah, hope you have a wonderful day. Hope we're all thawing out a little bit from the snow overnight. The roads are fine. Parking lot's fine. We'll see you this weekend. And
God bless.
Yeah, God bless.